Okay, so we've had the Wyatt Six for 2 weeks. Let's talk about it. First, that debut. Awesome. I do think it's difficult to be like, all right, so we're going to debut with mayhem and murder. Okay, how do we follow that up? Because if you follow it up poorly, that's retribution. Walking in the ring with chainsaws and stuff. How do you follow that up? I love the reveal. I like they took the Firefly Funhouse characters and made them real. I think the people they picked, Nikki Cross, she does spooky wookie fantastically. If you watched her NXT stuff when she worked with, I'll just say Malachi Black, that's what you know him as now, was great. She did some phenomenal work there. Joe Gacy, I like his work in Schism. I think that Schism wasn't the best fit for him, but I think that when they showed the group making its way up, falling apart, and then where he became two later, I like it. I do hope that when he gets an in-ring debut, I don't know if they'll do that, I want them to do the inverted camera. I think it looks so cool from a presentation standpoint and make him seem very different. Dexter Lumis. Man, did I love his work. Being somebody who used to wear driving gloves even in the summer and occasionally would finish going from the gym in a tank top and then put on driving gloves, I dig that man. I like his in-ring work. I like the crispness of it. I like that, he has the look. And I think that the submission that he used, the silence, would work really well too. You and Joe Gacy, the rebound upside down clothesline would be perfect. There's one thing if I tweak right now, I don't know if she can do it. If Nikki Cross could do the crab walk, that'd be amazing. Bo Dallas and Uncle Howdy, he's already been doing the work. They tweaked the costume a little bit. I'm like, all right, cool. And then you have Eric, Rowan, or Redbeard, whatever you call him, being Ramblin' Rabbit with the hammer, knowing they use the hammer to kill Ramblin' Rabbit. Call it like the Bludgeon Brothers. I'm like, it's great. There's so much stuff wrapped in each character that it was mind-blowing. How they followed up. Love the VHS. Really did. Chad Gable was killed. He's had a head wound. I like that they're like, well, they pivoted. Did they pivot? The idea was eventually to have Chad Gable leave Alpha Academy and then form Creed Academy or Alpha Mine, whatever they want to call it. Mega Academy, because it's going to be the final form. I have no idea. Seeing him with the Creeds and Ivy Nile, I was like, if this was a movement to do that transition from one group to another one, where it's serious Chad Gable with serious group instead of Goofy Gable with Goofy group, beautiful, love it. The Uncle Howdy bit. People are like, oh, Bo's acting is fantastic. His brother died. He was asked to talk about his brother dying and how that impacted him. Did you watch the documentary that WWE did on Bray Wyatt? That is not Bo acting. That is Bo telling his story. And having it be against Uncle Howdy, I'm like, oh, it was brilliant. To be like, well, it's the Wyatt Six. Well, who's the sixth man? Or sixth member? Of course, they did show the Spooky Wookie Alexa Bliss. She goes back and fills in that role. Awesome. If it's Braun Strowman, awesome. If the sixth man is kind of like the same thing from the basketball reference of the sixth man being the crowd, and instead it's the spirit of Bray Wyatt, whether that's an embodiment from the energy from the crowd or just the embodiment energy that they have within that group that brings forth that channeling of energy, whichever. They could bring in the rocking chair and have the rocking chair do something and just sit there with the lantern and it'd probably get a pop from the crowd like, let's go chair, rocking chair. It works. Who knows, if they do it in Europe, they'll probably have like a whole song right dedicated to it. And I was like, I like this. This is good. Now, why is this good? Because up until recently, if this would have been under the old regime, this probably would suck. Why? Because he burned us a lot. Triple H has built up a lot of goodwill. And why? From his NXT days, he learned very quickly, what does my audience want? My audience would like this. Okay, what if I give them the majority of that? Try something different every now and then. Because it might be like, oh, you really like this? Yeah. what if I gave you this and a little bit something different? Maybe you like this too. It might not be the thing that you like the most, but maybe I can, maybe it's like, oh, I really love chocolate ice cream. Have you tried chocolate and peanut butter? I don't know. Give it a shot, see what you think about it. What do you think? Well, I kind of like it. Okay. Well, if it is more peanut butter and less chocolate, where's their right balance where I can do something different, something new, and still keep it in the realm that you like it and you enjoy it? And he hasn't burned us so far. I think it's great. And if he does make a mistake, he very much just seems, again, I'm talking about this in the realm of the wrestling, not in, the media scrums and all that. If he makes a mistake, like they course correct. I still do think that, I think it's July 3rd now when the WrestleMania documentary is going to come out. I think the fact that they're like, we decided to go all in with, Roman and Rock. The idea was we're going to do this, but Cody's the out if the crowd turns. Crowd turns, and then I went, you know what, this is better. And Rock probably went, oh, I've got this idea for like Attitude Era heel Rock mixed with Hollywood Rock, and let me run with it. And they went, ooh, this is even better. We went one way, but we had another, here's the out, and then they went, what if we do both? And you know what? That's what happens when you know your audience. You give them, for the most part, what they want. And a little something different on the side, too. That's good. Now, you might say, yeah, Drew should have won, but you need to be honest. When SmackDown hit, and you saw Drew with the long camera shot, which I love, I just see H going, all right, I need a cameraman who can walk forward, keeping action center of frame, and then walk backwards. And they probably went, how many squats and lunges am I doing? None. This is just, center frame shot, just follow, boom, follow back through the area, boom, center shot, get your moments. Those are brilliant shots. You might have said about the Drew McIntyre thing, but then when he killed CM Punk in Chicago and they did the long tracking shot, brilliant. So I think H has done enough that we're like, I don't know if I like this right now. I don't like this right now. But you're willing to give him the benefit of the doubt to kind of go, I don't know if I like, I like chapter 1. I'm not digging chapter 2 as much, but I'm still going to keep on reading the story to find out what happens next. So, thoughts on Wyatt 6? Loved it. Thought it was fantastic. I almost think that almost got overshadowed by Joe Hendry showing up. I was like, you know what? This was an amazing week. I like the follow-up with Bo and Uncle Howdy. I was like, good. Show people. It's like, oh, it's the tribute band. And then have him go, yeah, I've always wanted to do this. Now this is the only way that I can. I'm like, that's great. That's some solid work. Cook, keep it going.